Hello guys, welcome back to Potans 4, and today we will take a look at something it's not basically even a deal, that's super steal. Because while bolt action community is talking about the cheap Aliexpress truck, I try to, try them for myself. Because for $1.60, you will get 10 of these. $1.60. That's meaning that this truck is for 16 cents. Literally 16 cents. Which is, wow, that's super deal. To be honest, that's super deal. You will get this bag of 10 trucks for $1.60. And that's super deal. It's to say $1.60 if you buy them from Aliexpress. Some people are sort of afraid of buying from Aliexpress and instead they choose Amazon. On Amazon they cost something like $10, so it's $1 per truck. From Aliexpress is again 16 cents. That's sort of insane. And I checked, and for example, gas AA from Warlord Games cost 40 euros, dollars, pounds, whatever. So for $30, you can get one truck from Warlord Games, or 30 from Amazon, or, well, something I'm not really sure what's the number, but, well, basically hundreds from Aliexpress. Literally hundreds. Because 100 of them is $16, so something like 180 of these bad boys for one from the Warlord. When we take a look at the details, they're not really that bad. Mind, this is a 16 cents model. 16 cents, that's... I'm not really sure how to stress it out, but it looks incredible for 16 cents. It would even good incredible for the $1. And if somebody sell them for something like $5 or even $10, I think people would be okay with it. But for 16 cents, it's insane. If you have them in the hand, they are, really lightweight because they are hollow. So they feel really sort of cheap by the lightweight in the hand. But again, if we take a look at the details, they're not really that bad. Again, they are incredible for the price. You see rivets here. You have a spare tire. The details are pretty sharp, and you can see that it's not really shallow. Actually, I'm pretty impressed, and again, I think that this would be a good deal for something like $5 or even $10, because quality is really okay. I would say nice. When painted, I think you will, on the first side, even from the gaming distance, you will not be able to tell this is some sort of super cheap toy from China. Sadly, I don't have really any actual track for Warlord Games, but I have this Hanomag from Warlord. This is the regular plastic kit. And if we, put them together, they don't seem to be really off. Of course, the truck and the Hanomag are not really the same dimensions in the real life. But this is probably the best I have for the scale. And as you can see, really, they look pretty nice together, in my opinion. I have also there this Warlord Game Metal Grenadier. And if we take a look how he look with the Warlord Hanomag and how he look with this China truck, again, I see no issue with the scale. I think it really nice fit. We can, fit a couple of guys inside. And again, $1.60 for 10 of these bad boys. Of course, they all came in this plastic bag. So there are some minor damages on a couple of them because, you know, here you can see the one of the railing is bent or stuff like that. But again, it's for 16 cents per piece. So if even half of them would be damaged, it doesn't really matter. But after all, if we take a look at it, it looks more like, you know, actual some sort of battle damage or some weathering stuff, you know, so it's not really that bad. And for the $1.50, you will get full motorized company. Not platoon, but you're basically getting motorized company for $1.50, and that's really insane. Again, for the price, you don't have even, you know, some sort of thoughts about, can I make terrain from them? Some sort of, you know, burn wreck tracks? Because if you are, you know, looking at the official kits and you'll be like, well, I'm not wrecking $30 track to make a wreck or terrain piece because it's too expensive. But again, with 16 cents, there is no issue, you know, breaking that shit to pieces because it's a couple of cents. It's really insane. I was sort of terrified what will came to me because, again, it's for $1.50. That's sort of joke or whatever, but the quality is actually pretty nice, as you can see. When we take a look at the Warlord Hanuman here, you know, the sharpness of the details and stuff like that, it's not that off. And again, this, I'm not sure for how much they sell them now, but I think it again will be something like $30. It's actually pretty nice. Really pretty nice. I'm, again, really impressed. Okay, there are some mod lines, but that's nothing you can fix, you know. The only mild issue with this truck is that these are for the first side, these are the Soviet Union ZIS 150 trucks, which were not really licensed, but sort of reverse engineered from the American Lend-Lease, from the international trucks, or Intercontinental, not really sure about the original brand from America. When in America these trucks were, you know, rolling from mid of 1940, so basically usable for almost all of the World War. And they get to the Soviet Union during the Lend-Lease, so they were in the Soviet Union during the Second World War, but the actual, you know, not really licensed production, because they probably never bought license, just, you know, steal the design from the Americans. The actual production started in 1947, so 2 years after the end of the war. So this means these are also super cool for Cold War, because basically this was the main Soviet truck for the 50s or 60s. And Chinese in license built them up to the late 80s. So they are super suitable for Cold War gets hot scenarios, because these were hundreds of thousands of built them. For the Second World War, it's now, you know, sort of popular with wargamers right now. It's sort of because after all, they were there from the Lend-Lease. So actually, it's not a high circle. They were there, not really in sort of huge numbers, but again, it's possible. And if it's on the, you know, Eastern Front used by the Soviets, you can always use them for the Germans or the other minor Axis nations on the Eastern Front, because Germans were pressing anything they get their hands off on the Eastern Front. So this means they are basically pretty universal for the Eastern Front for Germans and Soviets from mid-war and late war when they were there. And again, for the Cold War, or even if you are a modern war gamer, you can really use them even for the Russian invasion on Ukraine, because even some sort of these oldies Cold War era trucks, they are appearing there, so it's pretty universal piece. And for the price, you can basically buy the pack of them for the Second World War, you can buy pack of them for the Cold War, you can buy pack of them for the modern wargaming and customize them if you want, because again, there's a whole lot of 10 was $1.60, and that's, well, that's pretty awesome. Also, the tiles are sharp. If you put some, stowage, crates, stuff like them on them, they will also, will look more completed. And to be honest, when they are painted, I think they will look pretty awesome. And also, a side note, if you want, you can, sort of spray them with the airbrush, but you can leave them basically the green, paint the tires, the windshield, windows, stuff like that, because Soviets sort of dip them in the green. Even these, metal and wooden parts were usually painted with the green color, so you don't even really need to paint them extensively, just paint the tires and the windshields there, and basically they are ready to roll. Again, incredible for the price. And if you, feel some motorized force for ball action or any Cold War game, stuff like that, and you don't really, want to buy 10 trucks from Warlord or the manufacturers, which would cost you something like $300, you can, buy this for $1.50 and, see if it suits your gameplay, if it suits your game style, and you can try it for, really, price of Coca-Cola. Just, incredible, and it's still better, proxy piece than using some sort of tokens or paper models or stuff like that. So, this was my review of these incredibly cheap China trucks, and to give you some sort of, conclusion, I really approve them. For the price, they are great. Even if they cost, 10 times more, they would still be, in my opinion, great gaming piece. So, don't be afraid and go and buy them. This was Pot and Swore, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. And don't forget to subscribe.